Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the video. I'm GetGoodGuy, and today I'm going to be talking to you about shotguns and the concept of them being noob guns. It's something I hear all the time, and I want to know if you think that a player who uses a shotgun is a noob, or if it's the way the shotgun is used that makes a player a noob. And yes, I am using the word noob. You can use whatever term you'd rather use, low skilled or whatever, and I will say that I personally don't care in the slightest how good or bad someone is at a video game, but noob is a commonly used and accepted term and is a bit of a hot topic in first-person shooter communities. Now, in order to flesh this out a bit and help you to come up with your answer, which I'd like to read in the comment section below, I'm going to talk about my viewpoint on shotguns as well as showing background gameplay of me using one. This is especially interesting because I can sometimes be called a pro and a noob in the comment section of this same video. So, whatever you may think, I believe I use the shotgun in a pretty aggressive, tactical and entertaining manner, which brings me to my first point. For me, it's the gameplay that makes the shotgun noob, not the weapon. Because we've all seen players who sit in corners for literally 5 straight minutes at a time, hoping to pick up 1, maybe 2 easy kills in some far off building on the map. Is this particularly helping the team? No. Is it particularly inspiring or impressive gameplay? No. But is it their right to play how they see fit? Yes, absolutely. If that's what they want to do, then that's fair enough. But this is also the most viable playstyle I've come across from which you could reasonably label someone as a shotgun noob. There's very little skill involved, minimal tactical implementation, and almost non-existent usefulness from a team perspective. So just like they have the right to play that way, other people have the right to be a little frustrated about it. We can then draw from this scenario though that the weapon makes this playstyle the most effective it can be. The chance to one-shot someone with relative ease is a big advantage. It then also rewards players who run around at random, bumping into enemies and being able to get away with it by virtue of the shotgun's close range stopping power. And I know this also can rub many players up the wrong way, myself included from time to time. It would be easy to construct a narrative from this that paints the picture of shotguns being brazenly noob friendly, and in some circumstances they are, and I think this is why they often get branded as noob weapons. But I did say in some circumstances, because I believe that a shotgun is also one of the least forgiving options in Battlefield 1 in a multitude of circumstances. The most obvious drawback would be range. Now in the footage I'm using the model 1900, and although this thing can pick people off from surprising distances for a shotgun from time to time, it ultimately doesn't compare to the vast majority of other weapons when it comes to distance fights. This means that, in order to use it effectively, a player generally needs to have great map knowledge, tactical awareness, solid reactions, and a good grasp of how to position themselves well. I would wager that for a run around doing anything you want kind of playstyle, a fair few automatic assault weapons would be better. Pretty much every medic weapon would be better, some support weapons would be better, and even a couple of scout weapons would be better. So this here is where I make the distinction that to use a shotgun at a really high level actually requires a very able player, someone who really couldn't be further away from being a noob. Realistically, if shotguns were that user friendly, you'd 1. See a lot more people using them, and 2. A lot more people would specifically select them for when they want to try hard or turn a bad game around. Because I bet there's a tiny percentage of you guys watching who select a shotgun for when you really want to do as well as you can. And yet we can't ignore that the shotgun does fall right into the lane of the noob player. It helps to maximize their ability to win the fights that they get into and has very little impact upon fights that they were likely going to lose anyway. I would imagine this is also a factor of annoyance for many players. The bad player being rewarded for playing badly but using a weapon that helps to make up for it. But really, I guess they're just trying to make themselves as efficient and effective as they can be. I guess it's just sensible. And we all make these kinds of decisions in some ways. What's the best thing to use for this map? What's the best thing to use for my playstyle? What's the best thing to use for the level that I'm playing at today? Where the shotgun noob example separates from those scenarios I've just listed though, is if there's no progression. If someone plays like that for the long term, then perhaps they're just somewhat lazy or small-minded. Really, that's up to you to decide. What this all comes together to mean for me is that shotguns both are and aren't noob weapons. They're exactly what many low-skilled players want, and they can be heavily rewarded for using them, but they also can be utilized at an extremely high level of play that only some players are capable of, and thus shotguns reward those players in ways that other players can't achieve. So now you know my thoughts. What's your opinion? Do you think shotguns are noob weapons, or is it the way in which they are used that causes them to become noob weapons? Let me know in the comment section below. Now let's go over to the board of awesome for the epic people who allow you to get content from me full time by supporting the channel on Patreon. They are the main reason you're watching this video right right now. So thanks to everyone on here. If you want to join them on the Board of Awesome, the link to the Patreon page is in the description and my pinned comment. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you don't want to miss future videos, turn on notifications with the bell button and select to always be notified. And then feel free to like, share and subscribe. I'm GetGoodGuy and I'll see you next time. Laters.